everyone. I welcome you all to this weekly session of Personalities in News. Today we have to cover about Rajiv Gandhi, Madan Lal Dhingra and Major Ishwar Lal Singh. So, before I start with my discussion, I want you all to be informed about the Polity and Ethics Foundation course 2023, which is going to begin on 25th of August, and you are going to be taught by Mr. Nitin Shivhare himself, who is the founder and director of Analyst IAS. To inquire further about these batches, courses and the admissions, you can call on these particular numbers and reach out to us. You can even visit our office in the old Rajinder Nagar market. Now, let's begin with our discussion. So, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, why is he in news? Prime Minister Modi has paid tribute to the former PM Rajiv Gandhi on his birth anniversary. Mr. Rajiv Gandhi served as the 6th Prime Minister of India from 1984 to 1989. He is well known as the Prime Minister who laid the groundwork for India's telecoms and information technology industry. Let's talk about some of his achievements, making this news an opportunity to know more about his contributions towards the nation. So, Rajiv Gandhi is typically credited with introducing telecommunications to India. The policy allowing for exports via satellite links was agreed by Indira Gandhi's cabinet in 1984 but was publicized by Rajiv Gandhi's administration on November 18, 1984. Rajiv Gandhi, together with Sam Pitroda, India's Public Information Infrastructure Innovation Advisor, led 6 technological missions including telecommunications, water, literacy, vaccination, dairy and oilseeds. Software professionals were not recognized as entrepreneurs prior to 1984 IT policy, and software was not considered a company. This rendered workers in this industry ineligible for bank loans, leaving them without the necessary funds to establish a business. Pitroda started the Center for Development of Telematics (CDOT), which is a government-owned telecommunications technology development center in 1984. The Government of India established Mahanagar Telephone Nigam Limited (MTNL) in 1986 to handle the telephone services of Delhi and Mumbai, and the Videsh Sanchar Network Limited (VSNL) was founded in the same year to cater to the international communication services. And all of this was happening under the Rajiv Gandhi government's administration. In 1985, India's government, led by Rajiv Gandhi, proposed the 52nd Amendment to the Constitution, which included the anti-defection law, which is found in the 10th schedule of the Constitution today, and this was a very crucial law that has played a pivotal role in the polity of India. Operation Blackboard is another highlight of Rajiv Gandhi's regime. It is a government-sponsored program that began in 1987 following introduction of a revised NPE of 1986, that is National Policy on Education of 1986 by Rajiv Gandhi government. The objective of the scheme was to provide primary level students with necessary institutional equipment and instructional material to facilitate their education. There is a provision to provide a salary for an additional teacher to primary schools that have an enrollment of more than 100 students. Indira Gandhi National Open University, IGNOU, it is a national government designated university in New Delhi's Madan neighborhood. The university was founded in 1985 by the Indian government under Rajiv Gandhi with a budget of Rs 20 lakhs. The Indira Gandhi National Open University Act of 1985 was enacted by the Indian Parliament, and the university was thus established. This was about Rajiv Gandhi and his contributions towards the nation. I would rather say the highlights of his contributions towards the country. Now, it's time to talk about the next personality of today's session, that is Mr. Madan Lal Dhingra, who is known as a lion-hearted national hero. Why is he in news? So on 17th of August, the death anniversary of freedom fighter Madan Lal Dhingra was observed. Madan Lal Dhingra was one of the brave hearts of India. He was a part of Home Rule Society, India House and the Abhinav Bharat Society in London. His name has been recorded in the history of assassination of Curzon Wiley, who was at that time advisor to the Secretary of India. He was assassinated to avenge the exploitations and atrocities that British rule brought in India. Let me help you know about Madan Lal Dhingra a bit more. So he was born into a well-educated Hindu Punjabi family in Amritsar on 18th of Feb 1883. His father worked as a government civil surgeon, and Madan Lal Dhingra himself conducted extensive research into the causes of Indian poverty and famines and concluded that the key issues in finding solutions to these issues were Swaraj and Swadeshi. So, unless Swaraj and Swadeshi was achieved, India cannot come out of poverty and cyclic famines. And that's why he was very much a critic of British rule in India and was part of Home Rule Society, India House and the Abhinav Bharat Society in London. Assassination of Curzon Wiley was his way of avenging India's condition that was because of the British rule. Madan Lal Dhingra was tried in Old Bailey Court on July 23, 1909. And during his trial, he was representing himself. There was no lawyer that appointed for himself, and he stated in the court, and this is on record, that he did not regret the killing of Curzon Wiley. And it was an act to avenge the inhuman British rule in India as a retaliation for the British government's inhuman killings of Indians. And as a result of all of this and this trial, on August 17, 1909, he was declared guilty, sentenced to death and executed at Pentonville prison. So this was about the brave-heart hero of India, Madan Lal Dhingra, who said it out loud that he did not regret standing up and avenging the condition of his mother country. Now, next up is Major Ishwar Lal Singh. He is in news because Rakshamantri Shri Rajnathsingh had paid glowing tributes to Indian National Army INA veteran Major Ishwar Lal Singh at a memorial service held in New Delhi. So yes, he was an INA veteran. He was a part of Indian National Army. Major Ishwar Lal Singh, a 92-year-old Singaporean veteran of Indian National Army, served under the leadership of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. In his early teens, his father had arranged for him to join the Indian National Army. He was a resident of Sri Narayana Mission Nursing Home in Yishun, Singapore. He died on 5th of August 2022, very recently. So this was all about the personalities in news today. I shall see you again next week with more such personalities, which can be very crucial for you to cover and know about from your UPSC CSE examinations perspective. Now, till then, take care, stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining in.